Jane Sjuts here with Peace Coaching Worldwide. Thanks for stopping by. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that little word no. In my last video, I talked about that and the big consequences that can have. We might have a partner who doesn't want to respect our wishes, to be treated nicely, or whatever. He says no, or she says no. And so there we are in this situation. And I was thinking about that some more, and the precursor to that, when you talk to your partner about how they are treating you and they say, no, I'm not going to treat you any different, is when you get in these situations where there's a disagreement or an argument, you might find yourself wondering, what am I doing wrong? I've been doing everything I possibly can to keep the peace. I have done more of the cooking, the cleaning, laundry, taking care of the kids, making sure everything's taken care of in the house so that when they get home that there's no stress, the bills are paid, there's food in the house. I try to make good meals. You might be going overboard trying to keep the peace and try as hard as you can to make everything comfortable for the other person. So what am I doing wrong? Especially if it keeps happening. They still come home and there's still blow-ups and they're upset about this or that or nothing, it seems like, because you don't know what you even did. Well, the answer might be that you did nothing wrong. They are always responsible for their responses to you or to any situation, just like you are responsible for your responses to any situation. But maybe you are overcompensating or overfunctioning for them to keep the peace. So, what do we do now? If I'm not doing anything wrong, then what am I doing? Even doing nothing is doing something. So what am I doing? Well, the answer to that might be that you are enabling them to continue to treat you the way that you do not like to be treated, that the way that you've asked not to be treated, but you continue to enable that behavior by not giving that other person any consequences. Easy to say, tough to do. Those consequences can be huge, and they can be somewhat, in some situations, dangerous. You might say, I am not going to do this for you any longer. And that might start off a tidal wave of rage. You each know your own situations, and you need to be leery of what you say, possibly. But to think that the other person is going to change what they're doing might be a little bit naive, might I say, because why would they change what they've got going on? It's good for them. I got somebody that does the cooking and cleaning and pays the bills and takes care of the kids and cooks me good meals. And if I get upset, what? They jump to and do that too? Well, at some point in time, if you would like to be treated better, since you have no control over the way they treat you, then only thing you have control over is yourself. So the only thing you can do at that point in time is decide for yourself what you will and will not tolerate. Now, the consequences to that might be huge. Like I said, it could start off a raft of stuff. But if you decide that you're not going to tolerate being treated that way, then that person has a decision to make. They can change what they do or not. And then back to you. If they don't change what they do, now what are you going to do? Are you going to continue to live in this situation where you're being treated in a not nice way? Or are you going to take that break and do something different? These are all hard things to do, but when we don't take a stand, we're giving up our peace, and we're giving up our yard. They're trampling on our yard, and we're just going along with it. And the reason we do that, why? Are we afraid that they're going to leave us? Are we afraid we can't take care of ourselves? Maybe. Are we afraid to be alone? Maybe. But are we alone even when we're with them? Because we're doing everything for them, or we can't talk to them about it. So are you alone when you're even with them? You'll have to decide where your life wants to go, where you want it to go. What do you want your life to look like? Do you want it to continue down the path that you're on, or do you want to take a different path? Sometimes the hard path is the more peaceful path in the end. It might be harder in the beginning, but it might be more peaceful in the end. I hope you can find some peace with this. Thanks for stopping by.